Hello, Pisces. Your weekly love tarot reading begins with Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Hermit energy, and the King of Cups. Your person is coming in with the Five of Wands, the King of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Two of Swords. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. So completion, right? Ten of Cups indicates a feeling of a completed love. You also have Ten of Pentacles here. Some king energy, some strong core energy. So let's get right into your reading. Um, Pisces, you're coming in with a Ten of Pentacles. So not only do you have that Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck, indicating like a really complete union, but Ten of Pentacles, there's completion in your physicality, your physical world, your life, your job, your money, your health. Everything is exactly where it should be. And, you feel like you've reached the end of a full cycle and reaping the rewards of that. Your person is coming in with Five of Wands, which is very different energy. They're embroiled in a battle of some kind, right? Now we're going to get clarifiers to see if this battle has anything to do with you. But Five of Wands energy is bickering, arguing, highly competitive, wanting to be the best, and willing to do whatever you can. It's just dog eat dog, right? And so your person is embroiled in that. Let's see what is going on here. Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, you have a new opportunity coming in, and yeah. So Eight of Pentacles for your person. This indicates here, right? Listen, Pisces, this all of this fighting and stuff is something that your person is having to deal with at work or at their job, their whatever they do for a living. If if they're an artist, they're in competition with other artists, and them being just really drowned in sort of turmoil right now and busy with the work itself, right? So busy laboring and busy battling all at the same time. You, however, you're kind of like, okay, I feel great over here. You know what I mean? Everything is fine. We have money. Um, you all the opportunity has landed and you guys are making the most of it. And for you, I think you're trying to perhaps reinforce the more beautiful side of things, right? Because it seems like there's a lot of turmoil here for your person. Now, how do you see each other? This is interesting. You both are simply made for each other, right? You see them as a Queen of Swords and they see you as a King of Swords. So you guys are very compatible. You are each other to each other, the counterpart. You both are very strong. You both are very honest. You both, resonate to a high degree with mental sort of agility and compatibility. You finish each other's sentences and you really see each other as each other's rock, right? So this is a great reading, right? In terms of love. Sometimes a lot of my readings here will talk about problems in love or love beginning, new love starting, and things like this. And the reading will actually be about the love connection itself. What's interesting here, Pisces, is that this is a reading for a Pisces who is in a love connection with somebody where you both are very, very supportive and complimentary of each other, and the love itself is great. But right now, your person is the one who's going through something and you're feeling right now it feels like it's all about how you're going to react to that, right? Let's get some more clarity here. How are you reacting, or how are you going to react, and which how exactly is this going to play out in terms of how it's affecting your connection? Star energy for you and Magician, again, more major arcana. So this is a major listen, this is a major stage or cycle or event happening in your lives together, right? So many major arcana indicate that. Hermit, Star, Magician energy, right? And then all this strong core energy here. For you, though, your dream is kind of coming true in this connection. Your dream for your life with this person is really coming, is here. You have it, and you're willing to continue to sort of put into it. Your person is manifesting with a lot of Magician energy, right? You see them as a Queen of Swords and they're manifesting Magician. So Listen, they are very capable of handling this. They don't want any help. They're very capable of handling this. They want to handle it on their own. And I see that as I look ahead in terms of how do you see your roles right now in this connection. For you, your role right now in this situation, I want to say, and in this relationship, as a result of this situation, is hermit energy, just pulling back, being to yourself, not giving much to this person. Your person is seeing their role, Four of Cups, right? Oh, sorry. Kitty cat, you have to go down. Sorry. Your person is very well aware of the fact that they're unwilling right now to accept any help. They simply don't want it. You've offered, you've tried, and you're realizing here that right now the best way to support your person is to not is to stay away, leave them alone, let them do what they want to do because they have this all well in hand. It just seems that perhaps right now there may be some of these emotions, some of this turmoil from work that is spilling over at home. And it could very well be that for your own sanity, Pisces, you just decide to say, you know what, I think I'm going to go on that vacation I've been meaning to go on with my friends or by myself, or I think I'm going to take a couple of days off and just let you do your thing, right? That's what it feels like. Judgment energy comes in. And for your person, Chariot, right? They have a choice to make about their lives and how they want to move forward. And it feels here like they're very much making that choice on their own. This is not, and this has nothing to do with the relationship itself. This is just about giving each other space. For you, you come in with Judgment and King of Cups. I think that you learn something about yourself and about your person here in terms of letting them be who they want to be, letting them handle their situations the way they want to handle them, right? Maintaining still some degree of course, authority and sort of saying and sort of let me put it to you like this, like King of Cups knows what he wants out of a relationship, right? Making sure that that's still always understood that, look, yeah, you can be busy at work, you can be fighting at work and going through all this turmoil and everything, but just do remember what is required when you come home. And so in this regard, you're able, this is my cat, sorry, jumping on the table. She's really feisty tonight. Sorry. Get down. All right. So, in terms of understanding that they're going through all that, but making sure that they still come home. And when they're at home, they perhaps leave some of that at the door. If they're not going to accept your help, then certainly they can't bring the strife into the house. Now, for them, Chariot energy, Two of Swords, there's a big decision happening for your person, and it's really going to affect your lives because this work environment is already affecting your lives, right? So there's a decision coming, and I think again, you just provide a rock by being there and being consistent and emotionally supportive. That's the other thing with the King of Cups. He knows what he wants out of a relationship, but he's also extremely emotionally supportive, right? He's a rock. He's there. He can handle it. He can handle your ups and your downs and everything else, right? At the same time. And that's what you're providing. Spirit of Hecate, Spirit of the Gargoyle, protection, and Spirit of the Fog. Yeah, so Spirit of Hecate, the goddess of the night. Crossroads, ghosts, being haunted by our past or the things that we've done. Also finding ourselves at a crossroads in life and really having to make the right decision, right? Not everything. And, at nighttime, Spirit, goddess of the night is veiled, If we're lucky, we have moonlight. Oftentimes there isn't moonlight, and things are dark. So difficult times, but times to make decisions. Spirit of the Gargoyle, intimidation, but also the guardian, the protector. I think that you resonate with protection energy for your person, Pisces. You really resonate strong right now with that kind of like, look, I'm here for you. I'm going to protect you. Yes, you may not want my help, but I'm still here. I still have your back. There is no judgment here. There is only forgiveness. But in fact, judgment in tarot ultimately means forgiveness and understanding others because you forgive yourself. You understand yourself. You lay yourself bare. Spirit of the Fog, unclear confusion and shadiness. And I think that that is some of the energy that your person is dealing with at work and perhaps bringing home a feeling of being unsure or unclear. This is some of the energy that perhaps has been making you want to get involved, but you realizing that you shouldn't. Animal spirits, the crocodile, interesting, and the nightingale. Well, crocodile and nightingale. The crocodile is water animal spirit, and the nightingale is air. The crocodile is the animal spirit for patience, right? Because he just sits and sits and sits and waits and watches and observes and sits and waits and watches and observes. And then when the time is right, takes action. And this is water animal spirit. Interesting. Of course, water, but there's a lot to do with, containing your emotion and your containing the desire to jump, the desire to act or to react, right? And waiting wisely for the right time. The nightingale is air energy and associated with that beautiful voice. The voice of the nightingale will make you stop and listen. And so the nightingale is the animal spirit for orators and poets and people who create beauty with their voice, their words, etc. Right? And so nightingale energy, of course, we're talking here about clear communication, but communication that makes you feel something, communication that actually touches your soul. So this is a beautiful reading, Pisces. I'm going to leave it at that. This is your weekly love tarot outlook for you and your person right now. Everything is great between the two of you, but you're learning some difference, learning uh, some nuances about how to handle your person when they're going through a particular crisis, and they themselves are also having to make some decisions that are naturally going to affect this relationship. But of course, in the long term, you both have tens here in completion. There's love and strength and support to move forward. So there's no danger here, I feel, of anything up disrupting this relationship. Only that you guys are sort of finding out new territory about each other and how to best support each other. All right, now that's it. If you resonated with this, please take a moment to like the video. If you want to subscribe or share the video, any of those actions are really great for me. Everybody knows, everybody has heard it before. Those actions help the algorithm push my content, and it helps me to remain on YouTube. So thank you so much for that. Pisces, cross watchers, thank you. I wish you love, life, and happiness. And I hope to see you all here next Wednesday on my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot, for your weekly love tarot reading. Bye-bye now.